I do like to use McFarlane's version of the old Superpower toys. Like, I had these in the 80s, but this is like an update version. Definitely gonna get Dark Side. That's two of them. Who else I got? Ton of Supermans. Or Superman don't get no love. Ooh, here we go. Yes. So I get that one. So I was looking around at this flea market here, and they have a bunch of really reasonably priced McFarlane covers of Spider-Man. Got this one here for a really good price. This one here as well. This one's kind of oddball, but I was really excited to find these at the flea market because the crazy thing is, though, this flea market never has a good deal. Rarely often do you ever find something. Everybody overpriced something, even if it's raw and beat up, they still think it's worth a small fortune to them. Luckily, I did find this vendor, and I want to get this series because this series is something I've been trying to collect for a long time. I just want to get a 4 and up to 14 is what I want to do. The main reason why is because not only is it Spider-Man, it's not Amazing Spider-Man, it's not Web of Spider-Man, or the Spectacular Spider-Man. It was just Spider-Man that came out in 1990. This is stuff I read when I was a kid. And most importantly, that gentleman right there, Mr. Todd McFarlane, he did the first 14 issues. And these are amazing stories. Now, more than likely you have seen probably the first issue of this. It is very common. It's super, so many variants of it though. But if you guys know which series I'm talking about, then yeah, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. I should probably just jump to the next one here. Now this part is issue number 6, which makes this great is because not only is one I don't have, but it's a Hobgoblin story. It's not only part 1, but they also had part 2, which is great because it's a freaking Ghost Rider on the cover, man. It just makes this thing badass, man. So very excited to get this series. It's a little sub-series I'm trying to complete, and I'm trying to complete, like I said, every issue. I just want to get the first 14. So, and it's affordable too. I mean, a lot of time McFarlane's for Amazing Spider-Man. There are affordable copies, and there are copies you have to pay a premium on. And this one right here, nothing special about it. It's just an independent comic book from the 80s. I have an itch for collecting these. I don't know why. It was affordable, and I picked it up. So I went ahead and stopped by my local comic book shop, and there's a few issues I had to pick up. One, I had to get the conclusion of Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty. Now, this is a second volume of it. There was a first volume of it that came out in the late 90s, I believe. This is a new story. They did, it was only 6 issues for Steve Rogers' Captain America, and then they did 6 issues for Sam Wilson. I believe his is called Captain America: Symbol of Truth. And there are 2 branchy stories. I'm reading both right now, but this one right here, I believe, came out before Sam Wilson's did. But it explains the history of the Shield. It has a lot of kind of old Captain America, like from the 80s story plot where he's like trying to become an artist again, which little subplot. It's nothing super big, but it does have some great information about the Shield, the history of it, that is now canon. So this is great right here. I'm ready to finish it out. Next up, though, gotta keep up to date on my Daredevil. Since Chip Zdarsky, butcher his name again, but he has done a bang-up job. Probably one of my favorite writers of all time to ever work on Daredevil. He made an amazing storyline that went all the way up to Devil's Reign that came out last year, and it was really good. It wasn't like everybody was kind of dogged on a little bit. They kind of thought maybe it felt a little bit too much Civil War-ish. I really enjoyed it. So I'm just kind of keeping up to date on it, though. But to keep up to my date on my Daredevil collection, I will probably never own this copy. For the main part is I don't like spending a lot of money on something that is slabbed and I can't be able to read it. This story right here, I like to read comic books in hand. Bear in mind, I've read this digitally before, but the reason why I picked this up is because it's got all the ads in it. And why is this important to me? Well, I never owned this comic book, but like I said before, I'm a big fan of 80s comics, and I like going through all this stuff right here. You know, if I had an original copy that was raw and I did spend some money on it, I would love to keep it in good shape, and I'd be too afraid to read it. This copy I can read multiple times, and the colors are super bright and vibrant. They haven't yellowed up yet, and it just tells such an amazing story of Daredevil's history. So I had to pick it up, though. But wait, that's not all. So I was in Walmart the other day, and I was looking for Hot Wheels. I wasn't really trying to do this, but I also do all kinds of toy hunting, everything from wrestling and Masters Universe, G.I. Joe, and so on from there. I saw these toys right here, and I don't know why I passed on for the longest time, though. I saw videos of them, and I just thought they were not cool. I rather would have got DC Universe figures instead. But Superpowers was a huge toy lineup when I was a kid. I had a few of them. I had Superman, had Batman, and I had Darkseid. And I was turned off because I didn't really like the way Darkseid looked in other videos, and and I'll pass it though, but in the store before. But today, I took a good look at it, and I was just real satisfied for just picking it up. It's made by McFarlane Toys. Obviously I said him a lot, and when I was picking up the comics, but it's his twist on it. If you want to copy everybody, then you're pretty basic though. But you got this one, put your own twist on it. The only thing I really don't like though, I picked him up because I have a feeling I want it. There's not a lot of figures in the collection though. I mean, if you turn around, this is pretty much everything they got out right now. And most of the stuff I could have just bought at the store. I just want to get a few that I knew this was the only copy of it, and I want to pick it up. Like the DC Universe version of it, a lot more, but you're going to pay a lot more money for it though. But for $10 a pop, I mean, it's a good way to kind of start your collection. I'm going to go ahead and take them out and just kind of display them. And then, probably go from there. Obviously, I'm going to pick up a Batman and a Superman. I sure really picked up that Batwing though they had there. But, man, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a little different from the Hot Wheel hunt. But like I said, I collect everything, and this is everything I show.